Flip My Florida Yard is brought to you by the Florida Department of Environmental Protection. Protecting Florida's environment starts with you. What you do in your yard can have an impact on the health of our environment and water resources.
Hello, my name is Chad Crawford, and welcome to Flip My Florida Yard, the show that helps homeowners transform their yards into beautiful, Florida-friendly landscapes.
On this episode, we remove plants that were in the wrong place.
It actually feels kind of good to rip this stuff out.
We fix a flooding problem with permeable pavers.
A permeable driveway is going to help reduce that stormwater runoff.
Then it's a right plant, right place, how-to.
This is refreshing to learn about each plant and why it works best.
Then it's off to Jacksonville to flip a family's landscape into a foodscape.
Yolanda is going to show her kids where their food comes from and get them in the garden helping.
We DIY some sod removal.
I just cut the sod.
We assemble an irrigation system anyone can build.
Wow, this was really easy.
We'll show you some best practices for gardening with a raised bed.
You have to experiment and see what's going to work for you.
All this and more on Flip My Florida Yard.
We live in a 100-year-old historic craftsman-style bungalow. It's got a lot of charm. I think we have a great space in our front yard. We've just never been able to
keep anything alive.
To put it bluntly. Yeah. I mean, we have tried to plant things in there. Some of it has lived, some of it has not. A lot of bare spots, a lot of weeds. It just needs help. Maybe some flowering plants.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Looking out from the porch, we just see sad, non-thriving plants.
I would just love to sit out there and enjoy that space.
Lakeland, on average, gets over 50 inches of rain a year. And all that water has to go somewhere.
We just can't control the flooding.
Anytime it rains, it's inches of stormwater that just pools in front of our house. Everything drains from here to our lakes. I want to make sure that we're doing the best to promote, a healthy habitat. I'm really hoping that the team can help us find solutions for our problems today.
We got a lot going on today. It's going to be a wonderful project.
Leading today's flip is landscape designer Michael Curis. Michael and a team of master gardeners from the University of Florida will help the Muscatellos flip their front yard.
Brooklyn and Billy had some plants that were the wrong plants in the wrong place, and that's what we're going to remedy today. We're going to bring some life back to your yard.
University of Florida IFAS Extension agent Julie Shelb will teach Billy and Brooklyn about Florida-friendly landscaping principles.
We're going to look at reducing stormwater runoff. That's a huge issue here in Florida. We're also going to look at right plant, right place. That's the foundation of any landscape.
Awesome.
We're ready to learn.
Yep.
So.
We got a lot going on. We've been need to get going.
All right,
let's go.
There we go. We're ready. Let's get to work. Yeah.
Michael's design calls for removing the existing plants and expanding the front flower bed to accommodate the new Florida-friendly plants being installed today. Next, a new permeable paver driveway will be installed. This will help the Muscatello family's flooding issue and with stormwater runoff. Additional elements include a water feature to attract wildlife and a circular flower bed in the front yard.
We're finding all kinds of stuff in this plant bed. What is even this?
I don't know.
All right.
The demo crew is removing a lot of weed barrier fabric, which Brooklyn installed a few years ago to cut down on weeds.
We ended up finding weed barrier, and we don't recommend that. It can create problems for plants, and then weeds end up growing on top anyway. Only about 20% of the plant roots are getting through. The majority of the roots stayed on top of, and of course, weeds were growing on top also.
That kind of defeats the whole purpose of the weed barrier.
Exactly. We would recommend using a Florida-friendly mulch, a tree-based mulch. They're going to help prevent those weeds. It's a natural barrier. It's going to help retain soil moisture. It's going to help reduce soil runoff.
I really didn't know when I put the weed barrier in that it wasn't Florida-friendly.
I forgive you.
It actually feels kind of good to rip this stuff out.
I found some of the plants you've been digging out, and these are actually great Florida-friendly plants that you can repurpose. Just because we're pulling them out for a new design doesn't mean they have to be thrown away.
Oh, I love that idea. We could put those on the back patio.
If you have a plant in your landscape that's not thriving, instead of just getting rid of it, research that plant. Look at your Florida-friendly plant guide, decide what are the best locations and conditions for that plant, and then repurpose it to the right place in your landscape. right plant, right place. It's what makes everything successful in a landscape. If we don't start with that, these plants won't be successful. So choosing these plants that are suitable for our landscapes is critical. When you're looking at choosing the right plant for the right place, definitely the amount of sunlight that you receive in your yard, your soil conditions, what type of irrigation do you have available, whether you need to choose drought tolerant, and then mature size is always critical because we buy small plants, but they're gonna grow to a certain size. And so knowing that is gonna help these plants be successful in the right place.
All right, can we have the fire bush, one here and one here, please? Remember, we need the right plant in the right place. That's very important. That these are a good improvement. You had some things here that maybe weren't quite so desirable, and they weren't thriving. Now you've got things that'll bring in all sorts of things. These can even bring in hummingbirds.
Oh, I like
Not
that.
bad. Got a lot of work to do.
We're ready to get going here.
As master gardeners install new plants near the front of the house, Brooklyn and Billy work together to plant muley grass along the sidewalk.
Okay, this is looking pretty good, but we got a problem. This muley grass is going to get much larger.
Oh, really?
Much larger, much taller, much wider. That means it's going to overhang the sidewalk. Could be a safety issue.
Yep, makes sense.
It can be tempting for homeowners to put plants too close together. They like the way it looks on that first day. Problem is, they grow.
About how far over would you prefer it?
Let's go ahead and put it right here.
Please.
That'll be much better for the plant, much better for the people.
Let's do it.
You put the plant in the wrong spot.
You live and you learn.
So when it rains, like it does in Florida throughout the year, we get lots of flash flooding.
So a lot of people think we want to get the water out of our landscape down the road, but that's actually a misconception. That's actually one of the top water quality issues is the pollution associated with that stormwater running off of our properties and the pollutants it could pick up. Because ultimately it ends up in some type of body of water, whether it's a natural body of water or a stormwater pond. And so another misconception is people think that there's drains that clean that water up, and they don't. And that's why we have impaired bodies of water.
Yesterday, a crew from Oldcastle excavated the ground and filled it with gravel.
So I've seen you guys working hard over there in the landscape. I wanted to show you what we're doing on the hardscape over here.
Today, James Bellamy shows Billy and Brooklyn how the permeable paver system works.
So what we have here is an aggregate base and a permeable paver on top. So just show you a little bit about the aggregate. So we got about 6 inches of this large rock. So it has large openings in it, so that creates a void space for the water to sit in before it infiltrates down to the subgrade. On top of that, we put a much smaller stone, and that just gives us a nice level bed for the pavers to sit on. So then we take these permeable pavers. So these are solid pavers. No infiltration is really going through the paver, it's really going through the joints. When they click and lock together, it creates a 10mm joint opening. So when the water's falling down, that's where the water's going through, is through that joint opening. It goes down into the base system, and then it sits there until it infiltrates down into the subgrade, which Florida has great soils here because they're so sandy and they're very permeable. So that water's not gonna sit in that base very long before it goes down into the soil.
Awesome.
You guys wanna give it a shot and put a couple in?
Yeah, sure.
Just click them together, make sure they're touching tight, and just drop it down. There you go.
There it is.
Billy and Brooklyn are gonna see a huge result from this project. The more permeable pavers we can do, the less stress we're gonna put on the stormwater systems. New skill unlocked.
Yeah, there it is.
Good job.
So I want to show you a few of the plants that are being installed in your landscape today. And so this particular one is the Walters viburnum. And so this is a shrub. There are several cultivars that can either be tall or there's even dwarf cultivars. Yours is going to be several feet tall. It's drought tolerant once established. Pollinators love it, so you'll be supporting wildlife through that.
Is there a lot of maintenance with a plant like this?
You might do some minor pruning, but it really doesn't need a lot of pruning.
Oh, awesome. My kind of plant.
And so here's another Florida-friendly plant that's also a Florida native shrub that you got installed in your landscape today. You can see the beautiful orange tubular flowers.
Very pretty.
Those are going to be attractive to hummingbirds and butterflies as well.
And pretty tolerant to changes in weather.
So in the winter, it may be affected slightly, but they grow right back if they get affected by any cold damage.
Love that. Pretty resilient.
Usually when it comes to buying plants, I just walk through the garden center and choose what looks best. This is refreshing to learn about each plant and why it works best.
This is Simpson Stopper, another Florida-friendly, Florida native shrub. What's really cool about this is it can be a shrub or it could be a small tree as well. It could be pruned either way. Drought tolerant, the berries are going to provide food for birds, but also they're going to use this as habitat. So it's a 2-for-1 here.
I love that.
All right, Billy, proof's in the pudding here. We got a bucket of water.
All right, let's do it.
That water just gone, like it was never there.
So the mulch we're using today is pine straw. Pine straw is really great, especially when you're dealing with stormwater runoff or areas where you might have some water movement. Pine straw tends to knit together a little bit better than some of the other mulches. It's also a great sustainable source as well.
Before, the Muscatello's yard was full of wrong plants in the wrong place and had a major flooding issue. 8 hours later, their new Florida-friendly landscape is complete. The plant beds have been expanded and filled with Florida-friendly plants that are shade tolerant. All the beds have been topped with a layer of pine straw mulch. A permeable paver driveway will offer convenient parking, and it will eliminate their flooding problem. For a finishing touch, we added a water feature to attract wildlife.
What do you think?
Oh, I love it. Just hearing the sound of the bird bath, it's just the end of a long day. We've already saw our first bird. We're already attracting wildlife. It's incredible.
Can't wait for more. All the hard work, and you kind of can finally step back and kind of see how it all came together. This is amazing.
I'm glad you like the final product.
Oh yeah, love it. And thank you for your guidance, your knowledge. This really has helped us out a lot.
Yeah.
More than welcome. Really enjoyed it.
It's just incredible. It was such a great work done by everyone involved.
Stepping back, looking around, I just can't believe that we actually pulled this off, and for how amazing it looks, we're very grateful for that.
We flipped our Florida yard.
The Muscatellos are gonna love their new permeable paver driveway. And I have a feeling it's gonna fix their flooding issues. Our next flip takes us to Jacksonville, where we give a front yard a Foodscape makeover.
My name is Yolanda, and these are my daughters, Antoinette and Gabby, and we're the Thornton family. So when we walk around the neighborhood, since we're on the corner, I want our yard to just look
good. I want people to say, that's a nice yard when they walk by. Right now, our front yard is just grass and weeds.
All we really did in our front yard is cartwheels.
Good job.
I know my mom wants to stop mowing the lawn and do more things in the yard, like take care of plants and maybe grow some food.
I put a lot into my yard and I get nothing in return. So I want a yard that I can use for my outside therapy time. I'm ready to have the corner yard that, when people come by, it's nice.
So today's the day. Yes. How excited are you?
I'm so excited.
Landscape designer Jen Marvin is leading today's flip. She'll be helping Yolanda and her kids transform their yard into a Florida-friendly landscape.
I wanted to create a space for Yolanda and the kids that's inviting, that draws them outside. We are going to put in a path and a fence and vegetables and ornamental plants.
Joining us is the University of Florida IFAS Extension Agent, Tanya Ashworth.
The 3 principles we're going to be learning about today are recycling yard waste, watering efficiently, and attracting wildlife.
We've got a lot to do today.
I am ready for a big change. I'm just looking for a fresh start.
All right, let's go. Let's do it.
A prominent feature of Jen's design will be a large U-shaped raised vegetable bed. Concrete stepping stones will create a pathway leading from the front door to the vegetable garden. There will be several beds filled with a variety of edible plants. To top things off, a white vinyl fence will border the garden, giving privacy to Yolanda's new Foodscape.
The very first thing we're going to do today is to remove the sod from the planting area in the front yard. And we're going to do that using a sod cutter.
So first it was kind of intimidating, but after I read the instructions and got used to it, it was liberating.
Yolanda did a wonderful job. She got right in there and just pushed her way through the front yard.
I just cut the sod.
Yolanda, why don't you come over here? I'll show you where to place the stones.
Okay.
With the sod removed, it's time to lay out the pathway. This pathway will be central to the other landscaping elements. so Jen wants to lay this out first.
Having a path that's going to lead me out to my new garden, I can just see it already.
Seeing Yolanda's kids out working in the yard, they are going to love what they get from this garden. Is that better?
Yeah.
Give me 5. Great job, guys.
Thank you.
We just took out all of that sod and that top layer of soil, and we want to put in some more nutrient-rich soil, and it will also help with water holding capacity for these new plants.
Before we can start putting plants in the ground, the soil needs to be amended, so the crew spreads compost where the new vegetable beds will be. And then they'll use a shovel to mix in the compost with the native soil. This will give Yolanda's new food-producing plants a boost of nutrients.
I didn't know my soil needed amending, but here we go.
So we're going to install a classic open picket fence, white vinyl right in the front yard. It's going to look fantastic.
So today we're actually working with the fast setting concrete. It's actually a product that does not require to be mixed. You just pour water in the hole, pour the bag around your fence post, and literally the product within 30 minutes is set enough for you to continue working your project.
Jen's design combines a mix of traditional and edible plants. This is known as foodscaping.
Instead of separating your edible plants from traditional landscape plants, foodscaping combines both to make your yard more beautiful, more aesthetic, and more productive. We are probably halfway through.
Okay.
What do you think?
So far, so good. Jen's talking to me about all the plants that we have, and I see this huge thing come over, and it is my planter. It's so amazing. I'm excited. So all my vegetables are gonna go in here?
Yes, all your vegetables.
Food is expensive, and I want to be able to grow my own. There's something really cool and empowering about being able to grow your own food.
What's so great about living in Florida is that you can grow vegetables 12 months out of the year. I'm using 2 different types of mulch today because I want 2 different textures, I want 2 different looks.
The pine straw and pine bark mulch will not only keep weeds down, but it will retain moisture, which ultimately will save water.
We are separating them with edging stones.
We're using concrete edging pavers to define the pathways, and it'll also help keep the mulch in place. Having an irrigation system is a great convenience when growing food. Plants that produce edible fruits and vegetables will require a consistent water supply during flowering and fruit-bearing stages.
I've got a great little DIY system to show Yolanda today, and it's going to do a good job of watering her plants efficiently. All right, so are you ready to install your new irrigation system?
I think so, but it looks kind of complicated.
Well, not to worry. This is a very easy to use, simple DIY system. We have first our battery operated timer. It screws right into your spigot on the side of your house. It connects to this poly tube, and the poly tube just lays right on the ground. This poly tubing is held down by these stakes so that we can hold it in place and make it do what we need it to do. And we have all of these little connectors. So to get the water to the plants, we use this emitter tubing. And the way that we connect it, you poke it kind of like that, and then there's a connector that just snaps right into that hole. Then this emitter tubing is going to connect right onto this poly tubing, just onto that little piece of plastic connector right there. And this emitter tubing can be cut as long or as short as it needs to be to reach your plants. And it's on the stake, and the wonderful thing about this is you can move it around. So if you take out a plant or move a plant, you just pick up the stake and put it where you need it to be.
Tanya was saying that this irrigation system wasn't too complicated, so I'm just going to have to trust her on it. All right, well, let's get it.
All right.
With the timer connected to the spigot and the poly tubing laid out, Tanya and Yolanda decide on the placement of the emitters to ensure even coverage for the flower beds.
Okay, so now that we've got the main line run of the poly tubing, we're gonna get the water to go from here over into your raised bed using these connectors. Okay. So we have this 3-way connector here, and we're gonna attach it here. And then we have this piece of poly tube, and it's gonna go in this end, like this. Now that we've got this connected, we're gonna move this brick out of the way and make it go underneath the mulch to get it into that bed. All right, yeah, grab that 90-degree connector.
Okay.
And you're just gonna take that poly tube from one end and then connect it to the other one that goes into that bed.
The irrigation system, it had a lot of little pieces, but it seems flexible and easy to use.
Yeah, great job. Now we just cover it up.
Wow, this was really easy.
Yolanda is going from having almost 0 plants to literally hundreds. So this irrigation system is gonna be her new best friend. Recycling yard waste is really important because we want to keep biodegradable, compostable things out of our landfills as much as we can. So today in the raised bed, before we put in the soil on top, we're going to add filler in the bottom, limbs and twigs and sticks. And this time of year, the oak leaves have just fallen. So it's a great way to recycle.
Raised beds allow us to control the soil and the amendments that are in your garden bed.
On top of the recycled yard waste, we mixed in potting soil and peat moss. Tim Armstrong is here to give Yolanda a few tips on growing vegetables in a raised bed.
All right, Yolanda, we've got the irrigation put in. We've got some veggie starts here.
Tim is the owner of Eat Your Yard Jacks, a nonprofit nursery that specializes in edible landscapes.
We've got some things laid out here. I think things look pretty good. Let's start getting these guys in the ground. We're gonna put this guy over here by this tomato. Let's put that bok choy over in the corner. So we've got quite a wide variety of vegetables and herbs in the garden. So you've got some white onions. I've got some gray zucchini.
Tim's rattling off all these plants, and some of them I've never even heard of.
These sweet Alyssas are edible,
but it's probably gonna taste good. All right, so Tim, how do I take care of all of this?
Well, we are blessed that we've got irrigation, so that should be taken care of. But you know, you'll want to come out and check on it regularly. Gardening is not a set it and forget it kind of thing. It should be a part of your life. Each yard is different. What works for your neighbor down the street or in the next county might not work for you at your place. So you have to experiment and see what's going to work for you. I think one of the things that's super important for people to realize is seasonality, planting the right thing at the right time. Super critical to me to identify the pests and just not go spray willy-nilly out in a garden, because a lot of those things that you may consider as pests may be beneficial insects, and that might be what's saving your gardens. And don't forget about perennial vegetables. There's just a whole world of vegetables and perennial edible plants that we can eat.
This herb garden is exactly what I wanted. I get to grow my own food. I get to have this beautiful space to spend time with my kids. It's amazing.
You've got this little Zen garden that's been created for you, and I know you're gonna have a lot of fun with it.
I'm excited.
I'm excited for you. So let's get these planted and see where we can go from here.
Okay.
This U-shaped raised bed is big. It will fit a lot of vegetables, and it's going to be really convenient for Yolanda and the kids to take care of it. All the plants that I chose for Yolanda's garden were either edible or pollinators, and the pollinator plants help the food grow.
Yolanda's yard is going to be attracting all kinds of wildlife. We've got butterfly larval host plants out there, and not just milkweed. Citrus trees are a great larval host plant for the giant swallowtail butterfly. And in those beds, we're going to have dill and fennel for the black swallowtail butterflies. And for bees, we've got basil and lots of blueberry plants, which is really going to bring in the pollinators.
So, Yolanda, what do you think?
I love it. I love everything.
Before, this yard had very little to offer the Thornton family. Now, their landscape offers a variety of edible plants in an appealing space. A raised vegetable garden will empower the family to grow their own food. Florida-friendly plants will attract necessary pollinators to produce food. A micro-irrigation system will water the food-producing plants efficiently and save water. A concrete paver pathway allows for easy access to all areas of their garden, and a classic white vinyl fence borders the garden for privacy. This new landscape will give the Thorntons not only food, but an opportunity to connect outdoors together.
I'm so excited. I finally got what I always wanted, and I can eat my yard. Everything is edible. The fence is super nice. The pavers and the bricks and the mulch, everything just looks so amazing.
I can't wait for people to see our amazing yard.
I'm really excited because we get to eat all of the fruits and vegetables that we have.
We can cook things, or we can just hang out and enjoy the beauty.
So happy we did it.
Yes, we did it. I'm super excited and proud of them, my babies.
Oh.
We flipped our Florida yard.
We can all see that Florida is growing fast, and it's putting a lot of pressure on our ecosystem. So what we do in our yards now is more important than ever. I want to encourage you to reach out to your local county extension agent and ask them how you can help Florida by starting in your own yard. Well, that's our show. Remember, everybody doing a little, well, that's a whole lot.
We are loving our yard. It has really started to grow into itself. Things have really begun to bloom, and it has added just so much character to the front of our home. Thank you, Flip My Florida Yard. We love it.
It's amazing being able to spend time with my kids out here and grow things.
Just grab my little morning snack on my way to work. I love it.
Flip My Florida Yard is brought to you by the Florida Department of Environmental Protection. Protecting Florida's environment starts with you. What you do in your yard can have an impact on the health of our environment and water resources.